we're going to be making a 3 ingredient versus 10 ingredient versus 18 ingredient brownie to see if there's a significant difference in texture, flavor, and overall taste. Overall, this was a really fun project to work on, and you're most definitely going to want to stick around to the end to see the full results. So let's get started with the first recipe at 3 total ingredients. So this one was actually, believe it or not, quite interesting. This was a 3 ingredient microwave in a mug brownie that took about a minute to a minute and 15 seconds depending on your microwave. But first you're going to combine 1 egg and a 1/4 cup of Nutella hazelnut spread, and then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour and then microwave that bad boy in the microwave for about a minute to a minute 15 seconds. And then you got your 3 ingredient brownie that looks something along the lines like this. Okay, this one was really fun, but I know that we can do 10 times better. So the next one we've got is a 10 ingredient brownie. I would just consider this being a regular brownie. Let's get into the brownie 2, which is 10 ingredients. All right, so this is a 10 ingredient brownie. You're going to combine 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of flour, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. Give that good mixture a good old whiskey whisk until completely combined and smooth. Next, add in a 1/3 cup of water, a 1/3 cup of oil, and 2 eggs. Don't forget your 1/2 teaspoon of salt that I forgot to put in earlier. Again, you're going to want to give the whole mixture a good mix with your hand mixer until completely smooth and homogeneous. And then you're going to grab 1 semi-sweet chocolate bar, baking chocolate bar, and then you're going to want to chop that up into decently small to medium sized pieces and add that to your batter mixed until combined. And then grab an 8x8 or 9x9 cake pan, line that bad boy with some butter, and then you're going to want to add your batter mixture to your pan. Once your batter is all smooth and in your pan, basically, you're going to throw it into the oven set at 350 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Finally, before adding it to the oven, put your chocolate chips, your 10th ingredient, on top, and this is what they look like. All right, so this is brownie 3 with 18 total ingredients. This is the big boss, and basically we're going to do the same exact thing for recipe 2 with 10 ingredients. We're just going to do the base brownie. So again, give everything a good mix so everything is smooth and homogeneous, and then you're gonna want to take that 1 semi-sweet chocolate bar, chop it up into small to medium sized pieces, and throw that into your batter. All right, so with this being the 3rd recipe at 18 total ingredients, there is a lot of moving parts and different layers to the brownie in and of itself. We have the base brownie, which is the 2nd recipe, and then we have a homemade marshmallow fluff 2nd layer, and then we have a chocolate ganache topping as the 3rd and final layer. This brownie is absolutely crazy. I know it has a lot of moving parts, but it's super fun to make, and it, well, tasted great. So now we're at the chocolate chip part, and we're going to throw this bad boy into the oven. Again, at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. So now it is finally time to move on to the 2nd part, which is the marshmallow fluff. Grab a medium saucepan and corn syrup, water, and sugar, and you're going to want to heat that until it reaches 240 degrees Fahrenheit. It is very helpful to have a thermometer, a digital thermometer, to help you realize when it's at 240 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you're going to want to separate 3 egg whites from the yolks, and you're going to want to set those off to the side. Okay, now that you have your 3 egg whites and your sugar mixture off and set off to the side, you're going to want to grab a stand mixer, which comes in really handy because I can't whisk that fast. And then you're going to add your egg whites and your cream of tartar maybe, to the stand mixer and whip until soft peaks. Then you're going to want to slowly stream in your corn syrup mixture and whisk the fluff until it reaches stiff peaks. This is what the process should look something like. Personally, it took me quite a while to get stiff peaks, around 10 minutes. Next, the final step is to make your chocolate ganache. Chop up 2 chocolate bars, bittersweet, into medium-sized rough chop pieces, and then you're going to want to add 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream and get that to a boil. Once it boils, stop the heat, and then add in your chocolate and let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes or until you can see that the chocolate's melted, and then give that a good whisk, and then it's going to start to emulsify, and then you've got your ganache. Again, this is kind of what it should look like as a whole, and then you're going to want to let that cool until it's about room temperature. So this is what the brownies look like when they come out of the oven. You're going to want to let them cool, and then you are going to add your marshmallow fluff that is also cooled on top. Once you have spread it all out and it looks really nice, you're going to want to put this brownie mixture with the fluff and brownies into the freezer to let the marshmallow fluff freeze into place so it doesn't get melted by the chocolate ganache. This looks absolutely amazing. So now that your chocolate ganache is cooled slightly, you're going to want to take your brownies out of the freezer and pour your chocolate ganache over top, spreading evenly and getting a nice layer. And then finally, the last ingredient is sea salt. Top this bad boy with sea salt and then put it in the freezer, and then you are ready to serve. You can serve at room temperature or cold, but personally I prefer serving them cold. Look at that marshmallow fluff pull. Oh my God. Look at that final result.